Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and we're going to be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of May 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm going to be using my white tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will use my Radiant Rider-Waite. And then Capricorn, I will close out your reading with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. It's a beautiful, beautiful oracle deck that focuses on color, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Let me see. I have had a few of you reach out to me for private readings. That link is always down in the description if you are interested. You can also just go to intuitivegems.com. All right, let's go ahead and get started, Capricorn. Oops. Okay. We've got kind of a choppy shuffle. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of May 2021, what do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn? All right. Okay, Capricorn. So, picking up on this, I can tell you that you're kind of going through a personal transformation, and this is definitely going to be something that pays off for you financially, okay? You're making some changes, you're growing, you're learning, you're expanding, you are up-leveling. And while it's not going to be an easy process, and it may not be something that, I'm getting the sense that it's not something that you had intentionally intended to do. However, you saw the benefit of it, and so you went ahead and pursued that. Now, this is definitely going to add to your overall increase in your life, but especially as it relates to your money. You're getting support. But things are starting. They're not exactly taking off, but when all is said and done, what matters is your personal vision that you have for yourself. What they call your self-concept, how you see yourself, your self-development, your both personal and professional growth. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the Judgment card. We've got that in the upright position, which is very good because, again, this is the card that signifies rebirth. It's literally the process of, kind of reawakening into yourself. Again, this is going to contribute big time to your overall financial picture, right? Because when you become more, you can have more, you can do more, you can achieve more, and you can serve more. So you're learning this process, and it is starting to pay off. However, the journey hasn't been easy, and I can tell you that by the King of Wands, and we also have the Seven of Wands here in reverse. Now, the King of Wands in reverse talks about maybe for those of you who do have work, you're not exactly getting recognized or noticed for the contribution you're making, and so it's probably been a little bit of the trigger for you to want to improve yourself because you know that this isn't going to be your forever career. This isn't going to be your forever project. If you're in school, you know that this is something that's just temporary, and so you're already starting to think about who you are becoming, not only now but in the near future. Also, we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is improved communication. Even though it's in the reverse, it's a very good card because this talks about you're able to express yourself and people are understanding where you're coming from. This is really good if you have the type of job or business when you're, where you're in sales, where you are networking with people, where you are having conversations. The other thing is that people are really going to understand where you're going. There's not going to be any confusion or misunderstanding or misinterpretations about what it is that you're trying to create for yourself, and people are either going to be on board or they're not. But either way, people are going to be very understanding of what you're trying to do. And therefore, if you are limiting, certain interactions, or maybe, you're just kind of moving in a different direction, people are going to understand that, The good thing is that you do have support coming your way. Now, the Knight of Wands talks about support or assistance happening in your work. Now, it doesn't matter if you're an employee, a business owner, an investor, a student, if you're retired. Whatever you do in order to bring money in, you're going to be getting some type of assistance or support in that. Some way, somehow. It could be an individual, it could be an organization of some sort, but whatever it is, you're going to be getting some help. Now, we also have the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands in the reverse, this is what tells me that sometimes things don't exactly take off in the way that we had hoped. It doesn't mean that something's not working. It just means that, there's probably a little bit more tweaking that needs to be done. So if you are looking to start a new business, have some patience with yourself. There's probably a few more, things you need to put together before you're fully ready to launch. If you're not trying to start a business, it could be that whatever it is you are trying to do just needs a little bit more tinkering. You just need to get maybe a little bit more information. Maybe there's a few more things you need to buy for everything to be in place. But it doesn't mean it's not happening. The groundwork has been laid out. It's just a matter of now figuring out what else needs to be done in order to get this fully running and up to speed. Finally, we got the Ten of Cups here. This is a beautiful card, one of the most positive cards in the deck, because this is the ultimate happiness, joy, contentment, celebration, just really being satisfied with what's going on. So while you're on this journey of personal development, of also growing your knowledge and your experience and, improving your skill set in whatever area, it's going to pay off. And like I said, it's going to pay off both professionally and personally. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what else is showing up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of, May 2021. All right, so you're getting a lot of positive cards, Capricorn. And I hope I said Capricorn. For some reason, I'm feeling like I didn't, but Capricorn, you're getting a lot of positive cards, and you're getting a lot of good, feedback that you're on the right track, especially as it relates to your money. Okay. Whatever you're doing, it is working. However, there are some things we have to pay attention to, and I can see that clearly here with the Devil. All right, so one of the things you need to be aware of, Capricorn, is that sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. When things are moving and grooving and things are happening in a very positive way, you can get in the way of that. You can do some self-sabotage here. Why? Because the Devil tells us that you have some unhealthy attachments. Now, this could be relationships, this could be things physical, like drugs, alcohol, whatever. It could also be that there could be some thought patterns that are just not serving you. But for whatever it is, whatever the case may be, you have to become aware of where you are getting in your own way. The Devil card tells us that we have to break free of self-limiting beliefs. We have to move past the bondage that we create in our own lives. And I'm not saying, things don't happen in life, but when all is said and done, we make the choices. And we have to understand that we're all dealt a certain set of circumstances, and it's about how we move past any type of challenges within those circumstances that determine our success. So, like I said, while things are moving and grooving for you, Capricorn, pay attention to how you're getting in your own way, and pay attention to what needs to be broken away from? What needs to be let go? What needs to be released? What needs to be healed in order for you to thrive? Okay? The thing is that you're definitely going to be working on this, and you're definitely going to find some achievement and success in here, because we've got two very positive cards here. We've got the World card in the upright. We also have the Star card here. Another good card is this Eight of Pentacles, because that means you're going to be very, very busy as it relates to work. Whatever it is you're doing, get ready for an increase in the workload and in the workflow, because you're going to be busy, maybe picking up extra shifts, maybe working overtime, you know, maybe working on weekends, nights, whatever the case may be. You are going to be very, very busy. I want to say you may even be slammed to some degree, because we're moving into a busy season for a lot of us. Plus, for those of us in the United States, or I should say worldwide, a lot of us, our cities are starting to reopen again, which means there's going to be more opportunity to make more money. The World card here, this is the card of completion. Now, because this card fell next to the Devil card, I want to believe that this means you are going to overcome whatever type of challenges that you're dealing with here. You become aware of what's holding you back, and you figure out how to address it and how to fix it. That completes the cycle, and that really kind of opens you up for new experiences, new you know, channels of wealth to kind of funnel their way to you. This is very exciting, because it means that yes, the world literally is at your feet, and that there is no limit to what you can do. There's no I mean, there's nothing that you can't do in some way, shape, or form. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. Now, you may not be able to do it at the full capacity that you'd like to do, but you're able to kind of move into that space somehow, some way. We also have the Star card. This is a beautiful card. It means that you are the star of the show, literally. The other thing about the Star card is this is the health and wellness card. For those of you who are going through health challenges, this card tells me that healing is on the way. Now, it doesn't only mean physical. It could also mean spiritual, mental healing as well. It can also be, the Star card just says that, you know, you're really in alignment with the stars. You're really in alignment with your divine purpose. And that's also very exciting. So no matter what is going on, the Star card says that, you know, you're on the right track. You know, the star is leading the way. Finally, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This means that, you know, pay attention about, you know, not being too overly generous. Sometimes we have to kind of create boundaries for ourselves, because when we're feeling so good and things really are shaking and, you know, things are happening, sometimes we get a little overconfident and we kind of overgive. And this is the card telling us to be careful with that. Now, I'm not saying don't help somebody, don't, you know, donate, you know, don't share information, but just make sure you don't go overboard, right? You know, make sure that you are still protecting, you know, your intellectual property. Make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you're protecting your assets, and you're not doing too much, you know, because I think we've all done that, and then we've later regretted it. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what else is showing up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of May 2021. Interesting. We've got a couple of repeaters here. We've got the Star card. That's a repeater. And then we have the Six of Pentacles right on top of each other. All right. So, Seven of Swords here. Now, this is probably one of my least favorite cards, because it means that something's not on the up and up, right? Seven of Swords telling me that there's something shady going on behind the scenes. You know, probably... For some of you, I'm thinking this is probably like a professional thing, maybe somebody at work. It could also be just, I'm feeling like there's a company some of you are working with, and the company is not necessarily being on the up and up. And it's interesting because it fell on this Devil card, which is the card of bondage, of being chained, you know, having unhealthy attachments. And I'm wondering if there's a connection here. Well, I shouldn't wonder. I do believe there is a connection. There is somebody or something that is around you that's not necessarily being genuine, something that is not authentic. Somebody's, like I said, there's something shady going on here. You'll probably get the feeling for that probably once we hit the second half of May, Capricorn. The other thing about this too is that it could just mean that somebody's lying, right? Somebody's not being honest about something. Now, again, you're going to have to trust your gut on this because I'm not getting an indication of a specific person, but I am picking up that there's an energy. And because I'm not getting a specific person per se, I'm feeling like this is more of an organization, like a company, you know, maybe, I don't know, you hired a contractor, you know, to come do some work on your house, and maybe they're not, you know, maybe they're not as good as you thought, or maybe, you know, they're dishonest. I don't know. That's just a random example, you know, maybe that applies to some of you. I don't know. But I'm picking up that there's an energy here that, or if someone is not being genuine, okay? Again, you will know once we hit the second half of May. You're going to have to trust yourself on that. And if you get any type of feeling, any type of disconnect, trust it, okay? Really, really trust that. Next, we have the Star card in the reverse. I don't feel like these two are related for some reason. I'm feeling like this is totally different than what I've got going on here. And the reason why I say that is because this Star card is in the reverse. It's next to this shady energy here, and it also fell onto the Devil card, also onto the World card, which is good. But I'm feeling like this is something that you have to pay attention to physically. This is screaming out to me physical. There's a physical thing here. Because remember, the Star card is the card of, you know, health and vitality. Is there something going on maybe that's causing you stress? Could be triggering a health issue. Maybe this situation could be causing some health challenges. You're going to have to really hone in and see how this works, because I'm not doing this reading for a specific person. It's hard for me to kind of really zero in on that, but you will know. I'm telling you, I know enough to say that you will know what's going on, because you are going to have to trust your own, your feeling, your own gut instinct on that, okay? Next, we have the Six of Cups. This is someone showing up from your past. I'm not sure this is going to be a happy reunion. It's not going to be a happy connection. I say that because it's in the reverse. If somebody does show up from your past, take it with a grain of salt. Could be an old ex, you know, could be an old relationship. Could be somebody that you used to work with, or somebody you went to school with, you know, somebody randomly showing up out of the blue. The intention may not exactly be clear. I'm not saying they're out to get you, but at the same time, I don't see that this is going to be a beneficial reconnection for you, especially because we are talking about money here, right? So if it's somebody asking to borrow money, or somebody showing up because they want you to invest in their business, your best bet would be to say no. Now here we are with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new business opportunity coming your way. And this is exciting because it comes out of this increased workflow and the Star card. Remember, you're the star of the show. Also, you know, you're in alignment. You're in alignment with whatever it is that you are trying to make successful, whether it be a business, a new job, new career, investments, whatever. Now, the other thing that this card has been showing up for me a lot is Bitcoin, because this is a coin. I've been doing quite a few readings privately, and I've had a couple of people ask me about cryptocurrency, and this card has been showing up to give us some indications about what could possibly happen with Bitcoin. For those of you who are investors in crypto, when I do see the Ace of Pentacles, this is a good sign. This is a good indicator that Bitcoin could be doing something remarkable around this time. Again, take that with a grain of salt. I know not everybody is into that, and I know not everybody even cares about that, but I just thought I'd throw it out there because, like I said, for me, this card has been showing up in the upright position when I am getting some positive indicators about what Bitcoin is going to do. Next, we have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, sometimes she can be a little bit nippy is the word I want to use. If you are, you know, feeling maybe a little short-tempered around this time, I think it's going to be okay. However, you may want to kind of, you know, Give yourself grace. If you are experiencing this energy with other people, maybe give those people grace. But I am getting the sense here that someone's going to be a little short-tempered with you if you're not being short-tempered. But I'm feeling like, there's going to be someone who's just kind of on edge. You're going to have to trust that it has nothing to do with you. However, give this person grace, because I do feel like this is going to contribute to your wealth journey in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be a financial a positive thing if you can give this person grace, right? So maybe a sales lady is kind of nasty, but you're nice with her, and maybe she decides to give you a discount. It's one of those types of things where you just kind of give people the space to be who they are without judgment. Finally, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is the generosity card. I have a feeling you're going to have another opportunity to give, to share, to contribute to something that you believe in. Now is going to be a much better time to do it as opposed to the week before here. Your generosity is going to be well received and very much appreciated. All right, Capricorn, let's continue on and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. All right. I'm feeling like I need one more card for Capricorn. There we go. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So as we close out the month of May, looks like some things are going to be shifting a lot. You may feel a little discouraged here, and I have a feeling it's related to whatever this shady situation here is, that funky energy that we talked about earlier. Don't get too discouraged, because when all is said and done, there is going to be some celebrating going on. It's almost like you dodged a bullet with this here. By the time we get to the end of May, you will have a lot more clarity on that situation. And because I see the Two of Wands here, it's going to allow you to make some better money decisions moving forward. Okay. I felt like I needed another card because this was a little bit off. So I had to fill that spot. All right. So you're going to have a lot more clarity to make some better decisions. I can see that very clearly here. The Four of Wands, though, is telling us that some things may not necessarily be as stable as you thought they were. Now, this could be a part of this situation here, but I'm getting a little bit of instability here. The foundation is not quite set for whatever it is you're trying to do financially. Now, the interesting thing is, too, that this card fell on that Ace of Pentacles. If that is a card that's representing Bitcoin for some of you, understand that the foundation of it may not necessarily be that stable. Doesn't mean that growth is not going to occur. However, the structure of, I guess I should, without going too deep, I guess I could say the structure of how things are built, how things are happening, may need to be reinforced a little bit before we can fully dive in. And I hope that makes sense. So, just be very cautious, and, don't go all in if you can avoid that. But be willing to get involved, and be willing to, play around and see what happens, because there is some potential there. I do see that happening. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This means things kind of take an unexpected turn. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a turn for the worst, but it's something unexpected. It's something that nobody saw coming. Again, this fell on that Ace of Pentacles card, so you can use that as you will, interpret that as you will, because not everybody is on board with crypto. But I do see things kind of unexpectedly kind of taking a turn in a new, in like a new direction. For those of you who aren't involved in that, financially, things may take a little bit of an unexpected turn for you as well. Now, this could also be for your investments, could also be for your work, it could be for your business. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean things are going to be bad, but sometimes things just kind of happen, and then we have to kind of pivot. We have to figure out how we're going to accommodate whatever these unexpected changes are. Next up, we got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups means that you don't necessarily get the offer that you were seeking. The other thing about this is that you don't exactly get, or I should say the offer that comes through falls short of what your expectations were. right? So let's say you were applying for a loan for 10,000. Well, you only get approved for 6,000. It's one of those types of things where what the offer or the support that you were expecting kind of falls short of what you were anticipating. Now again, this isn't necessarily bad, but like I said, you're probably going to have to maneuver in a new direction to kind of make up for whatever it was that was lacking. Finally, we have the Fool card, which means when all is said and done, you're headed in a brand new direction, Capricorn. You've got a brand new exciting journey ahead of you. Definitely wealth is on the horizon. Definitely success is coming your way. You know, your journey is just going to be constantly ever changing. You're constantly evolving because you are, you know, you're on the path of self-improvement. And this is definitely going to make you more valuable, not only to yourself, but also to those around you, you know, and this really validates who you are and what you can do, you know. And I also think too that it's very exciting because you're going to be experiencing some new challenges, like I said, that are definitely going to pay off, and you're going to win. So Capricorn, you've got a very, very good month ahead. I hope you're ready for it. Lots of changes happening and lots of, you know, interesting little pockets of opportunities are showing up for you throughout the month of May. All right, so let's go ahead and close out your reading, Capricorn, with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. All right, you've got a beautiful card here. The color is purple. It is card number 39, Developmental Clarity. Yes, I think this is definitely in alignment with what we were talking about here as far as you know, really kind of working on your self-concept, working on self-improvement. Mental clarity is definitely going to be a big part of that. All right, Capricorn, well, I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. You know, I always love reading your feedback, and I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.